Good morning, students. Welcome to today's session. I hope everyone of you understood what we have seen so far in the last video under the topic quadratic equations. And in this quadratic equations, so we have to solve quadratic equation through some types of methods. In the last class, we have seen how can we solve a quadratic equation in factorization method. And in today's class, we are going to see one more method how to solve the quadratic equation and how to find out the solution for the quadratic equation, right? So before going to today's session, let us recall some basic concepts of everything, right? So this is the topic of the lesson, quadratic equations, and that is a general structure. So this is a general structure of the quadratic equation. Okay, so in an equation which contains one variable and also the maximum power of the particular variable should be 2 means, that is called quadratic equation in one variable, right? So here the power of the variable is nothing but we can call the degree of the equation also. So the degree of the equation 2 means that is called a quadratic equation. That's all. So these are some examples for the quadratic equations. Okay, 2x square plus 5x plus 9, and here only two terms are there. However, the highest power of the variable is 2, therefore it is a quadratic equation. So here also the maximum power of the variable is nothing but 2. Therefore these are some examples of the quadratic equations. So these are the methods for solving a quadratic equations. Okay, so factorization method, completing the square method, and quadratic formula. In the last class we have seen through the factorization how can you solve the quadratic equation, and today we are going to see the next method, that is completing the square method, right? So completing the square. So through this method how can we solve a quadratic equation, right? So listen the example here. Solve 4x square plus 12x plus 9 equal to 0. So it's a quadratic equation. The highest power of the variable is nothing but 2. Therefore, it's a quadratic equation. We are going to solve, or we are going to find out the roots for this quadratic equation by using completing the square method. So here completing the square method means we need square formula. We know that two square formulas in algebra is nothing but a plus b whole square equal to a square plus 2ab plus b square, and another one a minus b whole square, right? So we are going to use any one of that is either of the formula only for solving this equation. And here look at here the coefficient of x is, so this one, the coefficient of x is nothing but positive here, therefore we are going to use plus formula only. If the coefficient of x is negative means we can use the second formula. That's it. So first we have to identify the formula first. So which formula we have to use? So according to the sign of the coefficient of x only, not other two terms, right? So the coefficient of x is plus means we can use a plus b whole square, and coefficient of x is minus means we can use a minus b whole square formula, right? So now we are going to solve this equation by using completing the square method by using this formula, that is a plus b whole square formula, right? So here 4x square is there. So the a plus b whole square is nothing but it contains three terms, and the first term and the last term will be the square terms, right? So first we are going to write the given equation into the form of the right hand side expression. Okay, so first I need a square, right? So here in 4x square is there. Is it possible to write the first term with the power of 2 here? Yes, because we can write this 4x square as 2x. So we can write the equation now. Now we are going to express the given equation in the form of that a square plus 2ab plus b square, like this, right? So that we are going to convert the right hand side expression of the given equation, right? So 4x square is there, so it can be write as 2x whole square. So 2x whole square. So plus, so when we compare this one with the first term of the right hand side formula, so ax square is there, right? So when we compare these two, so a is nothing but 2x. So we found a now. So next we need b value. Okay, so next we can write 2ab, right? So 2 times, so a is nothing but 2x, and next b is there. Okay, so what is the value of b? How can we write? So just multiply these two numbers. Okay, so multiply these two numbers. So multiply these two numbers and then divide the coefficient of x term here. So when you multiply here, 4 is there, so here 12 is there, so 12 divided by 4 equal to 3. So now the value of b is nothing but 3 now. So instead of b here, write 3. So in the formula next b square is there, so plus, so b square means 3 square, and but in the expression, so in expression also 3 square is there, so here plus 3 square, so equal to 0, right? So we can write this one now. So after the expression, check whether it is the form of this one or not. So 2x whole square means 4x square, and 2 2s are 4x, 4 3s are 12x, and 3 square 9. The same expression only there, right? So we can write this one with the help of the left hand side expression, that is a plus b whole square, that is 2x plus, so b is nothing but 3, so 2x plus 3 whole square equal to 0, right? So 2x so 2x plus 3 and transpose the square into right hand side. So when we transpose square into right hand side, it will become square root, that is plus or minus square root of 0. So when we transpose square to the right hand side, we should always write the right hand side with the plus or minus format only, okay, because it contains two zeros, that's why. So 0, so 2x plus 3 equal to, so the square root of 0 is nothing but 0 only, so plus or minus 0. And plus or minus 0, and then transpose 3 that side, so 2x equal to, this plus 3 will become minus 3 plus or minus 0, right? Therefore x equal to minus 3 plus or minus 0 whole divided by, so this 2 will become in division, right? So now we can split the roots, that is positive root and negative root individually. So x equal to minus 3 plus 0 by 2 so minus 3 plus 0 by 2 comma, and then negative root minus 3 minus 0 divided by 2, because it is a quadratic equation, it contains two zeros, that's why I put here plus or minus, so that one is positive and another one negative. So x equal to, so when we simplify this, we will get minus 3 by 2 comma, and here also minus 3 by 2. So the roots of this quadratic equation is nothing but minus 3 by 2 comma minus 3 by 2, that is they are equal roots, right? So this is the procedure. So this is the procedure to find out the zeros or the roots of the quadratic equation using complete the square method. Okay, so minus 3 by 2 is the square root of this equation. And look at the next example. 25x square plus 15x plus 2 equal to 0, right? So here also the sign of the coefficient of x is nothing but positive. Therefore, we are going to use the first formula only. So we are going to write the second, that is the given quadratic equation, in the form of the three expressions into the right hand side. Okay. So first we need write to a square. Therefore, this term can write as 5x whole square. So when we compare this with the formula, a is 5x. So a equal to 5x. So we found a. Next we need to find out b value. So the second is nothing but 2ab. So 2 times a is nothing but 5x. So 5x. So for finding b value, in the last example I said we need to multiply these two numbers and divide the coefficient of x by this number. Okay. So here 15 is there. So b equal to 15 divided by, so 5 2s are 10. So divided by 10. So when we simplify, what will happen? So here 3 5s are 15 and 2 5s are 10. So 3 by 2. So the value of b is nothing but 3 by 2. So in the formula next we need to write. So instead of b, can write 3 by 2. So 3 by 2. No need to write 1.5. Okay. And then next plus the formula b square is there. So b is nothing but 3 by 2. So 3 by 2 whole square. So when we compare this with this given equation, instead of 25x square, 5x whole square is there. Instead of 15, so here 2 to get cancelled, 5 3s are 15 will come. But here 3 by 2 whole square is there, but in the question 3 by 2 whole square is not there. So this is the extra term only. So for balancing purpose, we can write minus 3 by 2 whole square also. Then only it will become balanced, because suppose for example x equal to 5. Okay, for example I am writing, so x equal to 5. So whether we can write 5 as 5 plus 0, so both are same only, or we can write 5 plus 1 minus 1. So both that all the three terms are the same only, that is here 5, here 5 plus 0, here 5 plus 1 minus 1, everything same. How it is same means, so here plus 1 minus 1 get cancel each other, so they balance themselves. So if we add any new number with a given number, for balancing purpose we can subtract the same number. Okay. So here according to the equation I introduced that is plus 3 by 2 whole square, but in equation it is not there. Therefore just for balancing purpose I just added minus 3 by 2 whole square also. Okay. So next 2 is there, so write 2 as it is, plus 2 equal to 0. Right. So for the first three terms, that is when we compare this formula, a square plus 2ab plus b square is there. So we can write this on a plus b whole square. So a value 5x and b value 3 by 2. So 5 by x, 5x plus 3 by 2 whole square, and minus the last two terms is there. So minus 3 by 2 whole square plus 2 equal to 0. Right. So the first term as it is, that is 5x plus 3 by 2 whole square, and minus, when we apply the square, it will become 9 by 4 plus 2 equal to 0. Plus 2 equal to 0. Then again 5x, then again 5x plus 3 by 2. So 5x plus 3 by 2 whole square equal to, and transpose these two terms right hand side, it will become plus 9 by 4 minus 2. So plus 9 by 4 minus 2. If you simplify this means what will happen? So 4 2s are 8, 9 minus 8 1, so 1 by 4. Therefore 5x plus 3 by 2 equal to, so when we transpose this square to the right hand side, it will become plus or minus square root of 1 by 4. So the result of this one is nothing but plus or minus. So numerator, denominator both are square number only, therefore it will become 1 by 2. Right. So left hand side 5x is there, so 5x equal to, and transpose this plus 3 by 2 right hand side, it will become minus 3 by 2 . So it will become minus 3 by 2 plus or minus 1 by 2. Right. So next we can split it, that is, or take a common one. So 5x equal to minus 3 plus or minus 1. If you take LCM means 2 only will come, and make 5 into right hand side. So it will become x equal to, so minus 3 plus or minus 1 divided by 10. When we transpose 5 into right hand side means. So now plus or minus, we can split the roots, that is positive and negative separately. So x equal to minus 3 plus 1 by 10, and another one x equal to minus 3 minus 1 by 10. That's it. So simplify this, we'll get the answer. Okay, there is an answer for this question. So let us continue in the next slide.